Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Today we're making Armenian kebabs. So we need some side dishes and some accompaniments to it. One of those things we're gonna make is lavash bread. Imagine a tortilla and a naan, meat, mingle a little bit, voila, you've got lavash. Anytime that you're fixing up anything from Eastern Asian cuisine or Mediterranean, this is a great accompaniment to it. It's used widely in Iran, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. The Turkish version of this has yeast in it. We are making Armenian kebabs today, so we're gonna go with the Armenian method. What I have here is 14.5 ounces of flour. I've got a half a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. Both of those go in, and we get that all mixed up. Once mixed, we set that aside and go with our wet ingredients. For our wet ingredients, we have one very young boneless, skinless chicken. We've got 2 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter. And we have 2/3 of a cup of water. Now we mix our wet ingredients. Now what we're gonna do is take our wet ingredients and mix it into the dry ingredients. And we're gonna get that good mixed up until a dough forms. And if your dough is looking dry to you, don't be afraid to add some water to it. Now that we have that all mixed together, we're gonna knead it about 4 to 6 times. Now we're gonna dump that on our cutting board, and we're gonna divide this into 3 equal sized pieces. The lavash has been setting for 30 minutes. Now it's time to get it in the oven. So the first thing we've got to do is take a baking sheet, turn it upside down, put a towel under it so it doesn't move on us, and butter the back side. I've got my 3 tablespoons of melted butter here, and I'm going to lightly butter the back side of this baking pan. We get our dough in the baking pan, flour up our rolling pin. Now we're going to roll this out to where it's about 1/8 of an inch thick, and as best we can, get it slightly overlapping the sides of the pan. Now that we got it rolled out, it's best if you get it over the side so you can bend that over there. Anchors the lavash a little bit, keeps it from curling up. Last thing we're gonna do before we get it back in the oven is get a thin coat of butter on this side. And you want at least 2 sheet pans for this, because as I take this one out, I want to put it on a cool one, so I need to have at least 2 so I can rotate them through these 3 dough balls. Once out of the oven, transfer your lavash to a cooling rack. Oh, look at that crispy niceness. All right, so the lavash is out of the oven. It's all cooled and everything. There are chewier parts towards the middle, very crispy parts on the edge. That's gonna go great with the kebabs. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Is there something you'd like to see us cook? Put it down in the comments. Until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.